So the video connections appears to have dropped out, so we don't appear to be talking with our suppliers. Maybe we can talk amongst ourselves while someone tries to fix that.
Yeah, let's have a quick chat about this meeting. Sandy is our purchasing manager. This is Chris from finance. Sandy, can you please tell us what you've been doing the last few weeks with our new supplier?
Yeah, sure. Last week I went to China and I carried out an inspection with the PSK manufacturing supplier. And from what I've seen, their facilities are up to standard. There's no underage people working for the company, and there's no health and safety issues. Basically, there's nothing bad that could reflect them. And but one of my concern is the delivery performance. However, one of the colleagues who have worked with the PSK told me that the delivery performance has been well, so that shouldn't be a huge issue for us. I've also bring a sample back from China and sent it to the marketing team, and I've been told the quality of the sample is acceptable. So in general, I think PSK is a good supplier to switch to.
Okay. Well, I agree. The benefit of the low price that will increase profit margins for the company. But I have got some concerns. One of the concerns is about the currency fluctuations. You know, we're dealing with a company in this country, we're dealing with a company abroad. The difference is going to cause some uncertainty. We've got the problem with the currency risk. If the supplier cannot turn a profit, they'll put the price up. The profit is therefore not certain. I'm also concerned that the payment terms have not been properly negotiated, given that they're supposed to go ahead with this change within a week. And I'm also concerned that terminating the contract with a former supplier is legally questionable. There might be some loopholes, but terminating the contract with 1 week's notice, I think, is highly unusual. So overall, I'm kind of unsure about the higher profits that will actually come to pass because of these uncertainties. Also, I'm worried about the legality of cancelling the contract.
Yes, yeah, overall I would agree. Cancelling the contract would be difficult, but we could find a loophole around that. It can be done. For me, from my perspective in operations, the bigger problems are in the delivery performance. Okay, you've talked to one other person and he said the delivery performance is fine, but actually we don't have a lot of data on this supplier yet because we haven't worked with him before. And then the other problem is the product quality. Okay, you've acquired samples, but I've heard of cases where Chinese suppliers samples and the actual products are vastly different. So just because the samples are up to standard doesn't mean the actual product will be. And the other issue is that we have existing intellectual property with our former supplier that we can't transfer to our Chinese supplier, PSK Manufacturing. So we would basically have to supply a different product to our consumers. Marketing, unfortunately, isn't here right now, but marketing would agree that this might be a big deal for our consumers. If the product quality diminishes, our market, we won't be able to access our market anymore. However, there's also the issue of the longer lead times. Because we are dealing with a supplier abroad, we would order in bulk and just once a month. So we would have big batch sizes, long lead times, and right now we're working on a just-in-time project. We've just managed to get almost 80% of our stock keeping units down to 2 weeks lead time. So do we really want to destroy this by ordering huge quantities from a supplier very far away? In the end, you're right. The lower costs of PSK Manufacturing warrants switching to that supplier, but I don't know, our former supplier didn't only offered us to sell twice a month. why couldn't we get that down to weekly? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I absolutely agree with your concern, especially the ones with the IP. But I think for now, the delivery performance shouldn't be a huge problem for us because they have worked with other companies and seems to be in a good record of delivering on time. And also, I think in general, the marketing team usually gives us a rather accurate forecasting of the product sample. So that shouldn't be a huge problem.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about marketing stance on this. Sandy, honestly, I think you're a little bit biased because you've negotiated lower price with the Chinese supplier and your bonus depends on that, which is good. I think we should still, yeah, I'm not really decided.
I do like the lower price of the overseas
Yes.
supplier.
Yes, I think, yeah, in the end, having the extra money available might also help us with other projects that we're working on. So yes, the lower price is very valuable. And if we have to scale up our warehousing operations because of the larger quantities that we order, then so be it. So yeah, in the end, the price is what matters. So yeah, we should go ahead and move on to PSK manufacturing. And we'll find a way to cancel the contract with our existing supplier.